Okay, gentlemen, it's your last chance to back out before becoming infamous on YouTube as not knowing what you're talking about. So, death of a mosquito in 3, 2, 1.
If you can't be productive, be prepared to be a horrible example.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Okay, so obviously we've touched on individuals and teams. So teams is another good topic. Teams.
Let's go.
So obviously you're into it. You're a hobbyist. Maybe you want to step it up a little bit and surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
It's a very natural extension.
It is. And so when is a good time to join a team?
About 2 years after you first think of it.
Oh, come on, you don't want to just be like, hey, you look pretty good. Just come on. Well, here's your patch. Don't even worry about it. Strength in numbers.
I would actually disagree with Neil.
Okay.
Because
You're wrong,
I think that there's a lot of. Hey, I heard you say that you were wrong this weekend, so I'm in the clear. Maybe you'll come to some sort of elucidation.
All right, keep going.
Of this. Anyway, I think that there's a lot of players, and I think there's a lot of airsofters that get into airsoft to have a team and to be on a team. And I was on a team before we really played airsoft. Like all of my like-minded individuals that wanted that team,
Drinking buddies.
were getting their guns together and doing that all at the same time. And that's how the team, I think, kind of wove itself together so tightly, because we got into it together, and that was the plan, is to have the team and, to play airsoft together. And it worked for a long time, but, I think that
in dog years?
In dog years.
Okay.
But I think that is something
In
that needs
airsoft
to be
terms.
considered.
Airsoft years is a lot like dog years.
Yeah. In airsoft years, it was for a long time.
I've been doing this a long time.
I just unlocked the bipod for my knife.
But I think that's something that needs to be considered, is that the community often grows in leaps and bounds because those teams come into play and they have something to prove. And that's where I came from, is we had something to prove. We were new, and other teams that were well established were like, those guys, whatever, they're not really a team, but you want to prove that you guys can fight together and be together and be an asset as a group. And that's something that you need to prove. And I think it gives a sportsmanlike conduct before having the commitment level.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it would be cool to be on a team when I started playing airsoft.
Yeah.
And I didn't wind up getting on the team that I originally planned on, but I'm happy with the one that I got.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun. I love being on my team. I love rolling with my guys, and I think most people get on teams too early, but
Or for the wrong reasons.
or for the wrong reasons, or they get on the wrong team.
Yeah.
But even then, you're right in that's large. That's what grows the community by leaps and bounds. Rarely it's individuals. Often it's teams.
Right.
So if you do get this group of new players that all come in at the same time, there's like 4 to 8, I think, is usually where teams are.
Right.
And you get 4 to 8 guys that have just decided, hey, we want to take our Call of Duty game to a new level, so we're gonna start playing airsoft. And they all show up, and not all of them are gonna stay. Some of them are going to have different intensity levels than other ones. I'm sure original members from your team are gone, and you have new people in.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's supposed to happen. Make sure your team is vetted out, so you've got all the like-minded people are actually playing with all the like-minded people. And then you got the guys that are like, I don't want to train every weekend. I only want to train once a month. Well, maybe a different team is what he's looking for, so he's not holding your guys back.
Exactly.
But so I think a lot of people get into the team for the wrong reasons or too early, but at the same time, teams do a lot. It's a lot easier for 4, 6, 8 people to have an impact than it is for one.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. And
something on fire.
the wins and sorry guys.
Damn ginger.
The wins and losses, I think, are normally completely impacted by teams. And like Josh said, it's like-minded individuals, and whether that grows from a bunch of people that play together often or from people that get into it together with the same intended goal, that's where teams should spawn at, is having a group of people with the same goal, the same commitment, that's where it needs to start with, and that's
where I've been recently is like you're, you know, well, over the years I would say is, you know, I've gone through a few teams through paintball that way, you know.
And we don't hold that against you.
Oh, that's fine.
We still
not too much.
So, you know, but, you know, more recently I've been more the lone wolf, and I was just like, you know, I just want to experience something different. So do you want to, you know, go from being the lone wolf guy and experience something different? So is that the time to join a team? You know, if you see another team that's going above and beyond and doing something you totally like more military tactics or bringing on some awesome firepower on an objective, I mean, is it something you want to experience? That, to me, is what I wanted. That's what attracted me to joining a team.
Me too, actually.
But it's like once you get that experience, is like that it?
No.
Yeah, you want more.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you get a taste of the sweet candy.
Oftentimes, that change happens because of camaraderie.
Yes.
And I think that airsoft is a very unique interest for most people, that camaraderie and brotherhood or sisterhood, if it happens to be an all-female team,
Hey,
whatever.
I'm in for sisterhood.
I think that is really what drives a lot of the awesome play, because I have played with so many guys, and I have a lot of, you know, close relationship with so many guys that it's not that they're on my team, but that, you know, we'll be able to play together and accomplish the goal aside each other. And I think that camaraderie is very unique to the sport. And there's a lot of teams that aren't necessarily defined, but exist in the community.
So a true team, you know, camaraderie before the patch.
Yes.
I agree.
I see.
Well, but that's one of the things that I always talk about. Like, you know, so you're thinking about starting an airsoft team. Start with people that you want to be on a team with. You know, pick the right people for your team. You can worry about the patch and the uniform and your standard weapon and all that other nonsense.
For the horse, man.
Yeah. And it's like,
all right,
have the people you want to play with.
So when do you start a team?
With the wives?
Yeah, because like their conviction builds on each other. Like, this is so stupid. Like, we should just wait. No, we're gonna pick it. No,
Lauren, John.
they're going to this op together. We're not cooking for a month.